Hello and welcome once again to Chit Chatting with Sonia, Sonia Barrett. Today we're going to talk about stop disqualifying your life. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I've talked about this to some degree in several of the other videos, and it, of course, relates to the idea of finding your purpose. But there is such an overdose of this that I am going to address it again, but from the perspective of stop disqualifying your life. Um, we find that there is a lot of that information about how to find your purpose, how to find what you should really be doing in your life, you know, uh, find your real life. And I'm like, so what has your life been up until this point? My point is that everything about your life is worthy and is worthy of being embraced and accepted. Everything. It is the reason why you are here right now in this moment. Everything that you have done in your life, every experience you've had in your life has brought you to this moment. So to say, okay, well now I'm finally doing what I really should be doing in my life is to say everything else that you've done has been just an accident. And certainly the what we would define as a failed relationship, failed marriages, the children you had from those relationships, whether marriage or partnerships, or whatever the case may be, they are relevant. They serve a purpose. But to keep disqualifying it is to disqualify the purpose or to ignore the gifts that were brought to you from those experiences. Your life is a series of stepping stones, and we interact with different kinds of experiences um, for various reasons. Sometimes it's to show us a different way, or is to show us things about ourselves, or is to allow things from our childhood, from our past, to be cleansed, for it to come up, or we are acting or engaging in experiences based on those conditions from our past. Either way, they represent something. They are coming from someplace in you. They are relevant when they are relevant. Where you are right now in your life is now relevant. Every moment is then relevant to the moment. So I'm saying all that to say, don't be so hard on yourself and on your life and beating it up. It is really a disqualifying of your journey. And in the desire that one may have to progress, to make progress, and to move forward, to sweep your life under the rug or to toss it away, like trash, it can definitely have an impact on your moving forward, because you could very well set yourself up to experience some of these same experiences again. Maybe they might not play out exactly the same way, but the outcome might be very similar, simply because you have not allowed yourself to sort of embrace the fact that what I've lived are experiences, because that's all you live is a series of experiences. To just embrace that fact that those were just experiences. And any one in particular that stands out, any one of your life long or lifetime experiences, or any particular thing, any particular moment in your life that serves as a very strong memory to you, maybe, you might want to take a look at that. You might want to see, why is it that it's so prominent in my mind, why it stands out so strongly in my mind, as opposed to simply just sweeping it under the rug and convincing yourself that you've forgotten about it, because it's not really about that. And it's not about carrying that experience with you either, in a way that it becomes like baggage, just luggage, just dead weight to you. And in order to allow yourself to not have this dead weight or this baggage, is to acknowledge the fact that what I have lived are simply experiences. And those experiences have brought me to this moment. I've gathered a lot from those experiences. And I'm not saying that you have to, in this moment, if you're not in that space and you're not ready for that, to say that you are grateful or you're in gratitude. You can only be in that space when you really feel that way. And I don't believe in forcing anything. If you're not feeling in gratitude, then you're not feeling in gratitude. But at least you're acknowledging that that was simply part of my journey. I'm not into all these falsities in terms of how you should truly act or behave, or again, it's sort of like that love everyone kind of concept. You can't love everyone until you admit perhaps that you don't love everyone. It just doesn't work. Again, it goes back to the same thing. You can't be really positive when you're trying to think positive if deep down you don't believe any of what you're saying. So this all comes back to self-honesty, and it comes back to just a total surrender to the experiences that I've had. Man, they were just truly experiences. When it boils down to it, that's what they were. They don't take anything from me. If anything, they're enhancing me. I am grander because of those things that I've experienced. Those things that we define as incredible challenges in our lives sometimes are the momentum that we need. Sometimes they give us that push. They launch us into exploring deeper aspects of ourselves. So there's no need to allow other people as well to project that onto you, if that's an experience, obviously, that you need, for them to project that onto you as to how, horrible your life was, or whatever one might say about your past. Just look at it differently. It's a whole journey that you've been on in this life since you were born, since you got here, and you've traveled up to this moment. You've had a series of moments, and now you're in this moment. And this moment is what matters. And in this moment, how you feel may very well be, yes, a result of that journey that you've taken up until this point. Now, from this point, you moving forward, we look to the future. But the future is always what? It's always right now. Tomorrow is always going to be now. No matter, even if we teleported or time jumped into tomorrow, as we perceive tomorrow to be, it is still going to be right now. So that's why you put it all together and you look at your journey and you realize, I have journeyed to this particular moment. Now, what is it in this moment? What would I now like to do moving forward? What are the things that I would like to do? Not that they're going to be necessarily better, good or bad, or better or worse, because you know how we define things. It's better. Okay, I can go along with that. I understand what is meant when we say something is a better experience. It's a different experience. It's probably a more liberating experience. It's a freer experience. That's what we would mean by better when we use the word something is better. It's a more uplifting experience. So it's all the way we interpret all of this. But your purpose and your reason for being has been your whole life. Your whole life has been your reason for being up until this moment. And it's wonderful because you're here right now. And you can look back, those moments when you look back and you go, wow, I got through all of that. And I am now here in this moment. And I'll be moving forward into the next moment. For me, yes, I can look back. I can honestly look back in my life and I can honestly say thank you to my life. I can honestly have a sense of gratefulness to my experiences, all of my challenges, because I see how it's brought me to this moment and all the people in my life, in the moments of absolute tears and trauma, the times when I felt like the earth could just open up and just take me in, the times when I've been hurt or betrayed or upset, I'm thinking by somebody else because that's my interpretation. Um, all of that, and I see how collectively, those pieces, those people, all these situations, how it led me right here, how it led me here. And that to me is phenomenal. And then I'm able to look back and see it completely differently. And in my mind, I am very grateful to all of those people because they allowed me, they gave me the opportunity, I should say, to want to move forward. Whether it be you decide to move away from where you are right now, oh, I'm just tired of them, I'm moving away. Um, but then if that situation, if those people or the situations didn't irritate you enough, you probably would not have moved forward. You would have been stagnant. You would probably still been right there doing the same thing, stuck in the same pattern, on and on and on. So that's why I say, if you really look at your life and look at the things that have propelled you forward, or sometimes are the very things that just made you cry and have a moment of just not being sure how you may make it to the next moment. But all of those people on another level, it's incredible sacrifice to come into this life as a human being and say, I'm going to help you on this journey by irritating the crap out of you. I am going to get you to dislike me. I am going to help you to be distrusting. I'm going to do all of these things to help you. And you're going to be forced to move forward. You know what they say, or get off the pot. You're going to be forced to do that. And there was another thing that I wanted to emphasize. Of course, I said so much stuff, then I overrode what I was going to say with that particular thing. But I think you get the message. So, again, it is about being able to be in that space and then eventually just being able to let it go with people. People played their roles. That's what they did. They played their roles. And you're going to say, but Sonia, this person did this to me, to my being, to my physical, to my body, to my mind, what feels like to your soul, to your spirit. But you know what I realized? I was able to stop it years later and just go, what did they really do to me? What do I mean by that? What really happened? can somebody really cut into my soul, cut into me, cut into who I am? Or is it the illusion of feeling like somebody took something from you? Can anyone really take something from me? Um, that's another workshop. That's a whole other workshop. But there is something much deeper there that does give you the freedom to let it all go and be okay with those people that you weren't okay with. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to be friends with them. But inside you, you let go. You're able to release it and move forward. And see, that's a whole different space as to disqualifying it. You disqualify it. Is there still some anger left? Is there still some, whatever those emotions are, negative emotions towards the people and the situations? That's very different from the acknowledgement and then the release. Two different things. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say to you. So again, stop disqualifying your life. It's been a fantastic journey, and there is more. There is more in moving forward. So anyway, do check out my website, therealsoniabarrett.com, for more information on upcoming workshops, webinars, and other events like the retreat that's coming up in 2017. And of course, the documentary, The Business of Disease, thebusinessofdisease.com, and the supplement book, Health and Inside Job and Outside Business, that I've talked about several times. And that's all on the businessofdisease.com website, and therealsoniabarrett.com. That's where you find all the other stuff about me. I love to hear your comments, so feel free to email me. And until next time, see you then.